Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel Trading Secrets. Though for those of you who do not know, my name is Ali. I have over 20 years experience teaching accounting, economics, business and law, and through this channel I would like to provide some stock analysis and also a short 5-minute trading lesson at the end, so please stay tuned. Okay, so as you will be aware, Thursday was one of the most difficult days of trading that we've had for quite a while, and certainly I think the most difficult day in 2021. So my personal strategy on Thursday was to probably consolidate, hold for many of the shares in terms of expecting them to bounce back later on, which I'm confident will happen. And another strategy I also used was sell some of my shares to try and buy the dips in other companies which I expect to have a quicker bounce back. So for example, I sold a number of my shares in NEO and I decided to invest them before close of play on Thursday into Fuel Cell, Gevo, Alpine Clean Energy and Bloom Energy. So these luckily had a good bounce back yesterday's trading. So I think Fuel Cell was up 9%, Gevo was up 14%, Alpine was up 7%, Clean Energy 6%, and Bloom Energy was up almost 5%. So because of these gains, I was up more positive on the Friday, but not by much. NEO luckily did go down. Lots of other shares didn't have a great day. American Battery Metals was also down. So not a great day of trading, but what I may now do is obviously use some of these profits and put them back into NEO, which is still a good buy price, but it's certainly going forward. I do expect more of a recovery to happen. So let's look ahead to today's video. So today's video is a special edition video in terms of a more deep analysis, more deep dive analysis of a company that I invested in that on Thursday. So I'm going to share details about this and why I chose to invest in this company on Thursday. Okay, so having carried out some due diligence on Thursday, the company I decided to make a new investment in was ticker symbol CTXR. So this company is not on the radar of many people. It's called Cytius Pharmaceuticals. So on Thursday, I decided to make an investment in here. My average price on Thursday was $1.49. Okay, so on Thursday, I made my first purchase, and yesterday we had a good run up in excess of 32%, and it closed at $2.06. So overall, after one day, my return overall is 36%. So why did I choose to invest in CTXR? So let's start by having a look at the company profile. Okay, so as always, let's start by having a look at the company website, and the first thing I want to do is look at about Cytius Pharmaceuticals. So the headline here, pursuing a new standard of care. So Cytius Pharmaceuticals is a specialty pharmaceutical company dedicated to the development and commercialization of important new drug products for growing markets. So that grabs my attention as an investor. The two key terms there, commercialization and also growing market. So from an investor point of view, that's positive. So the business is currently advancing 3 proprietary product candidates. One is called the Mino-Lok, another one is called the CITI-002, and the other one is called the CITI-101 Mino-Wrap. So the company believes the markets for its products are large and undeserved for the current standard of care. So let's now have a look at the company highlights. So continuing with the same page, on going down now to look at the company highlights. So Cytius is committed to developing therapies for unmet medical needs with cost-effective products in high growth categories with low developmental risks. So very important positive statement there. And the first thing, bullet point here is the one that really sort of grabbed my attention and made me initially decide to invest in this company. So this statement is basically Mino-Lok product has advanced to phase 3 clinical studies. So this is a very, very important aspect of the business here, which is positive. So what this basically means, the company is one stage away from commercialization. This is going to generate the company revenue. Revenue is going to potentially lead to the company being profitable. At the moment, they have a very low market cap. They are a penny stock. But if they are currently right now in phase 3 clinical studies, it means the company is close to being successful from a revenue stream. So this could easily happen later this year and possibly even next year. So right now, it's under the radar from a lot of investors, a lot of analysts are not really aware of this company. I have also seen the volume in terms of shorting, and that is also low. So it's good potential upside. So let's have a look at the other two bullet points here. So CITI 101, the Mino-Rat, is a bioabsorbable film, and this is designed to reduce acute inflammation in breast tissue expanders, in breast reconstruction surgeries following mastectomies. More information will be coming about that soon. So they also have the CITI 002 product, which is being developed for relief of hemorrhoids. And that combines high potency steroid with drugs there that I'm not going to try and pronounce. But basically, the summary is that this company is forward looking, it's close to commercialization, and there are some other aspects that I'm going to share with you, especially the breaking news that I was aware of. I'm going to share that later on in the video, which is very, very important. So I'll come to that later. So let's look at what else we know about this company. I'm now going to draw your attention to a letter for shareholders, which is dated February 2021. So I'm just going to summarize the first paragraph there for you. So, dear fellow shareholders, so the summary here is that the company has traversed 2020 following what was a challenging year for many, obviously due to COVID, and the employees have been able to avoid COVID-19 infections. So obviously the business has been continuing safe and virus-free on the whole. And as for the business, they have continued to make solid progress. And the last shareholder update on October 2020. Since then, they have begun to build successfully. They expect a successful this year, and 3 of the 4 platforms that they are product platforms that are focusing on are now in the clinic. So the most important one that I'm going to look at now is the first one there in the headline of the letter, and that is the Mino-Lok Phase 3 superiority review imminent. So this is the product that is in Phase 3. So this is the first headline shared with us in the letter. So let's continue with the letter. So I'm not going to bore you by reading every single word of the letter, but I'm just going to try and focus on the important areas. So this is the next page, which I think is important. The headline here is the Mino-Rat preclinical development. So let's have a look at the table here. So we can look at the Mino-Lok, which has completed preclinical phase, completed phase 1, completed phase 2, and obviously is currently in phase 3. So this is got an estimated worldwide market value of in excess of $1.5 billion. So their product, which is called the CITI 002, the Halo Lido, has got a market cap in excess of $2 billion. Estimated market value of in excess of $2 billion. So that one, it looks like the next milestone is in the second quarter of 2021. And phase 2B is obviously expected in 2021. So the company is not just involved in one product, they have a number of products in different phases. So that's also very, very attractive. So the third one, the Mino-Lok, that has a market value estimated of in excess of $400 million, and the preclinical phase for that is expected in the fourth quarter of 2021. And then there's also the CITI 401 program, which is multi-billion-dollar market, and obviously that's expected in the second quarter of 2022. So that's further down the line. So obviously there's opportunities for growth long term as well. So this is certainly something that's also very attractive. So let's have a look at the final page of this letter. So the final part of the letter is just providing us with an overall summary for 2021 and the plan. So let's have a quick look at an overview of this. So first headline there, the Mino-Lok is obviously something that they're going to continue to push forward into phase 3, and that is obviously until it's fully enrolled, and they expect that to be completed in 2021 and look forward to further results for that. So the market for that, they are saying, is obviously estimated to be $750 million in the US and in excess of $1.5 billion worldwide. So that's very, very promising. And they have the Halo Lido project. They have the Mino-Rap, which they're going to develop preclinical studies for. They have the stem cell programs, and the goal is there to become the leader in the next generation stem cells for the treatment of COVID-related and other acute respiratory illnesses. And the company has recently closed a private round of financing from an investor's point of view, exercising a number of warrants to provide them with significant financial platform to go forward. So positive news all around there. And let's see what else we can look at for this company. So as has already been stated, the company is not currently generating any revenue. So what we're going to look at now is the summary of the balance sheet. So we can see here in terms of the balance sheet, they have current assets totaling in excess of $5 million as of 31st of December 2020. They have other assets which obviously include goodwill, deposits, and research and development assets in excess of $28 million, giving a combined total figure for assets of in excess of $35 million. So that's the amount of assets that they have. In terms of liabilities that they owe, money they have to pay, as in, for example, debts, these are totaling $9 million. So that's a healthy balance sheet. So their assets are $35 million and the liabilities are $9 million. So the company is in a strong position going forward. And obviously there was some breaking news that I'm going to share with you shortly as well, which gives this also a more positive light, because this is dated 31st of December 2020. Okay, so before we look at the breaking news, I want to draw your attention to understanding a little bit about the product that they are working on, called the Mino-Lok. But obviously, when you invest in a company, you have to believe in the company, you have to understand a little bit about the company. So let's try and do that by having a look at their Mino-Lok overview. So this is an antibiotic lock therapy for CRBSIs. So the product is an antibiotic lock solution to treat patients with catheter-related bloodstream infections. So these are very serious, especially in cancer patients and patients receiving therapy through central catheters, and in hemodialysis patients with venous access presents a challenge. So excuse my pronunciations there. So let's have a look at the program highlights. So to address the medical conditions that have unmet medical needs with cost-effective products. So the partnership is with the leading cancer centre and support from medical leaders. In phase 2B trial, the product demonstrated a 100% efficacy rate in salvaging colonized CVCs. The Mino-Lok product had no significant adverse events, compared to 18% serious adverse event rate when affected CVCs were removed and replaced. So very, very positive statement there. And the most important statement from an investor, business and commercialization point of view that I'd like to draw your attention to is the final one here that I'm going to read out. FDA fast track with QIDP designation and patent protection until June 2024, formulation patent protection until November 2036. So potentially for this company now, this is a gold mine. So they have potential patent protection till the year 2036. This is absolutely phenomenal. They also have fast track designation and they have patent protection until June 2024. So for a commercialization revenue point of view, this product could be a potential gold mine for this company. So let's have a look at a little bit more about this product. Okay, so the product is currently in phase 3 study. So based on the phase 2B results, the company believes that the Mino-Lok product is highly effective in salvaging infected indwelling catheters and is well tolerated, making the Mino-Lok therapy an attractive alternative to removing and replacing new CVC. So the objectives of the study. So based on the phase 3 that is currently taking place, the objectives are basically to work with 700 patients. And we have two objectives. So obviously to evaluate the Mino-Lok with standard of care, systematic antibiotics for salvaging the catheter in subjects with catheter-related central line associated bloodstream infection. So, and finally, to evaluate the safety of Mino-Lok in subjects with CRBSI, CLABSI. So, as I said previously, this is the final stage before commercialization. It is happening right now. I believe that we could get results for this in April 2021. So, very, very promising. Okay, so as I shared with you earlier, I invested in this company on February the 18th at $1.50, I think it was, or $1.49. And that was when I made my investment decision. So after obviously having carried out the due diligence. So the breaking news came a day later, February the 19th. So the headline here is Cytius Pharmaceuticals announces closing of $76.5 million registered direct offering priced at the market under NASDAQ rules. So excellent news for the company in terms of funding. And what we saw yesterday was the growth in excess of 36% for the share price, because obviously the company has now received in excess of $76 million. So going forward, this places the company in a strong, healthy position from a cash point of view and will allow them to complete their trials, get ready for commercialization, and put the company in a strong position going forward. So very, very positive news. So I'm going to give a shout out now to Flowjob from Yahoo Finance Conversations area, and this person is very kindly shared a little bit of a summary more in layman's terms that I'd like to share with you now. Just kind of summarizing his position and many other investors' positions who believe in this company. So this person has 17,000 shares, so that's obviously lots of confidence demonstrated there. He said he has a good feeling that this price will be a steal in a couple of months. And as I said, I've already taken a position here as well. So the last time this person took a position was in BNGO at $1.25. And obviously he's has the same belief here. So let's have a look at what this person has summarized in more layman's terms. So the company is nearing the completion of phase 3 trials and has fast track FDA approval. So obviously my due diligence there has proven that to be correct. And yes, there is the date of approval in April 2021, which I think is imminent now. The product, the Mino-Lok, fulfills an unmet medical need with a potential US annual sales of $500 million. All 4 products are equally innovating and exciting. So obviously what I'd like to add on to that is the potential worldwide multi-billion dollar potential of sales in excess to the 500 million US. So the chairman of the board has extensive experience of strong brands. So we have successful management and well-experienced management team there. The CEO was a president previously of Roche Pharmaceuticals. Together, the chairman and the CEO have invested themselves $26 million and a huge institution ownership. The market cap is only $145 million. So we have lots of room for growth and possibly a gold mine. In all set, my favorite stocks are this one and BNGO. So this is a company that I am new to investing in. It's currently, when I invested, it was just trading at $1.48, $1.49. It closed at $2.06. So let's look at this now going forward. So what I've decided to do is summarize using a SWOT analysis. So SWOT analysis, for those of you who studied business or marketing before, is just looking at the company's strengths, weaknesses, opportunities and threats. So let's quickly go through these. First of all, through my due diligence, I've seen that they have unique products which could be low cost with a huge market share in terms of going forward for the company. The excellent news that we just had breaking on the previous day on Friday was a $76.5 million share offering, which puts the company in a much stronger, healthy financial position. We've just studied the balance sheet, and before this share offering, their balance sheet was still strong. So the company does have enough cash to go forward. It's not heavily shorted, so that's also a strength. In terms of the weaknesses, obviously they have no revenue, so they're not ready to have any sales yet because phase 3 trials have not been completed for any of their products they have, and obviously they're still a penny stock trading just over $2, and so that means that obviously the share price will be volatile. So the opportunities are going forward. They have said on their website that they are dedicated to building a pharmaceutical company. So that's an opportunity they're also pursuing. There's fantastic opportunity that we've just seen for patents for their unique and innovative products going forward. One of them that could be for 2034, which is absolutely tremendous news. And finally, the threats is low volume. So low volume means extreme volatility. There is still a chance of phase 3 failure. So phase 3 failure means the whole project is off and it's no revenue. It's back to square one. It's looking at looking at what went wrong and trying to fix it. So it could be a delay, it could be a failure. We don't know. So anything can happen, and the company can have setbacks, and that's what can happen. So let's talk now about a strike price. So I have already invested in this company and I am currently up in excess of 36% after 2 days. However, going forward, there will be some volatility and I will be personally looking to add to my shares in tick symbol CTXR. So going forward, I think strike price, I would be looking to add myself anything below $1.80, ideally $1.75. So going forward, if you're looking to make an investment in tick symbol CTXR, be prepared for probably not much movement up until April, just prior to the FDA approval. Fingers crossed, phase 3. And then I expect a significant spikes going up and possibly 4-5x going forward over the next 2 years as a minimum. So strike price going forward, anything below $1.75, $1.80 would be a good entry point. So as it is a penny stock, please set your stop losses as well, and please also be prepared to cash out profits. So just before the FDA approval, I will probably withdraw my investment and then keep the initial amount in there and let that run. Thank you very much for watching. Please join me again, and due to an extended analysis, the next trading lesson will be in the next video, so please stay tuned.